My name is Matt Gassman. I'm the owner of Automotive and Ford.
Casey Pendleton with Charlie Rogers Ford.
Hey, my name is David Hook. I'm with Bob Hook Chevrolet.
I'm Brittany Hampton. I own the Hampton Auto Center.
Mike Worthy from Performance Toyota.
My name is Brad Wise. I'm the general manager at Furman Chevrolet Mazda.
I'm Stacy Lilliston. We have Lilliston Ford and Lilliston Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
My name is Travis Flaherty. I work at Tony Brown Chevrolet.
The biggest lesson I've learned from being part of this group is that this is an infinite game.
It's more about personal development, culture, and celebrating the wins because we don't do enough of it.
Getting together as GMs or owners, it's taking a look at yourself and to become a better leader, to become a more positive person in leading an organization. And that trickle-down effect is what allows you to grow and continue to move forward.
Glenn is on top of it. He does research. He is constantly searching for solutions to problems. And the 800% Club helps me solve the problems.
That's what the 800% Club is. It's a club of people coming together, working harder to build each other up, to reach levels we would never be able to reach on our own.
Everyone's got 20 group, but that's groups of like brands in different markets. This takes it a little bit further and breaks brand barriers, manufacturer barriers, and people with different goals. But that also has different perspectives so that you can grow and learn faster in a more condensed period of time.
How do I get to 800? Not 300, 800. It's about amplifying, really taking it to the next level and keep pushing.
The information, the support, the teamwork, the encouragement you get from the 800% Club is like nothing I've ever seen.
I'm truly indebted to Glenn. I don't even recognize the person that I was a few years ago.
Glenn's a huge help and he definitely helped the dealership. His mentoring, his coaching has been tremendous.
It's not just a great experience just for a few days. We have every week that we get together.
Dude, I'm on cloud nine.
It is impossible to accomplish this task and be as successful as you can be if you try to do it all on your own. Never gonna happen.
I love the 800% Club.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching, whenever you're watching, whatever time it is. I'm super excited to be here with you today. We have an incredibly special guest that is joining us. So what has been happening is I've been hearing these little whispers all around the industry, little whispers of some dollars, right? Some money that could potentially be coming your way. Some government dollars based on the employees that you kept, because most of you in this particular group and organization, I know most of you did everything that you could to make sure that you kept people employed. And you've been pushing through over the last 18 months. And so I started hearing these whispers and I was like, what is this? I got to find out a little bit more. And as I dug in, I think we may have found or stumbled upon an incredible opportunity for each of you dealers. So I'm coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee. I got Willow here with me. I'm here for the one of my one-on-ones. As most of you know, I've been doing one-on-ones with each of my kids traveling around the U.S., making sure they're happy and healthy and really investing that time, which I expect each of you to do as well, is make sure you're pouring into your kiddos, especially during this season, right? And so I'm here in Nashville at the Opryland Hotel. I almost said hotel and casino because this place is so massive. I've never been anywhere like this before. It's absolutely amazing. But I wanted to come in with a little special bulletin and a special training because I think this is urgent that you jump on this and incredibly important that we get some information around it. So what I've done is I went out and reached out to one of the experts in the area, Mr. Anthony. I got to make sure I say your last name right, Anthony. I don't want to butcher it. Fiadino. That's right. Mr. Anthony Fiadino is with us, and he's going to help us break this down. He's also going to join us on Tuesday at the Q&A session. So make sure you come to the Q&A session if you have any questions. But he's going to help break this down for us, what this is, how it's an opportunity or might be an opportunity for you, and how we can get some more info. And so, Anthony, welcome to the 800% Club. How are you, sir?
Doing excellent. Thank you for the opportunity. My
Yeah.
name is Anthony Fiadino. I was a car dealer in the Philadelphia market for over 30 years and the owner of 4 stores for 21. I'm currently an agent representing the firm Stenson Tamanon out of Phoenix, Arizona, a technology-first accounting firm that specializes in stimulus payments. In fact, Eric Stenson, the CEO, wrote software that, based on the rules, guidelines, and calculations within the bill, to process PPP, ERC applications, as well as COVID disbursements, hospitals, healthcare providers. They also work closely and license with several agencies, including IRS, SBA, Health and Human Services. I will say Stenson has processed more applications, both PPP and ERC, than any company. We are doing about 300 to 500 applications a week. So I'm here to talk about something I'm really passionate about, ERC program, or employee retention credit. To put the rest, some of the inaccuracies, there's a lot of misinformation surrounding the bill. The origins of ERC started in the first quarter of 2020, along with the PPP program. So they came out at the same time as the Emergency Impact Disaster Loan. Part of the Consolidated Appropriations Act, COVID-19 Rescue Plan, CARES Act, the $1.9 trillion with a T stimulus package. By all accounts, it's truly a poorly written bill. It lent itself to a lot of misinformation on the bill. The program, with the original version of the ERC, was challenging to qualify. For example, if you receive PPP funds, that was an automatic disqualifier. If you show a 50% reduction in gross receipts, or could not, and coming off of 2019, many business owners could not do that. By all accounts, 2019 was a good year. So ERC just sat there and no one could really take advantage of it. The name lends itself to a tax credit, which it is not true. Some of the more disinformation about it. Matter of fact, everything changed December 27th, 2020, when Congress passed a significant piece of legislation called H.R. 133, Consolidated Appropriations Act 2021. Then President Donald Trump signed it into law that afternoon. The bill falls under the CARES Act, under the COVID-19 Rescue Plan, and as I mentioned, $1.9 trillion is available within this package. The whole criteria for the eligibility was flipped upside down. Most companies and industries that normally would not qualify when this change happened. This is where I believe a lot of the misinformation surrounds the bill. We're going to start with 2 of the most misunderstood portions of it. Number 1, most businesses, owners, have been told that by their accountants and many other people that I've come across, that if you receive PPP, round 1, round 2, you do not qualify. If you receive forgiveness, you do not qualify. It's not true. It all changed on December 27th. Maybe the biggest misrepresentation is the business had to have 50% reduction in gross receipts. Although true for PPP, that is no bearing anymore. There are other pathways to qualify with nothing to do with reduction in gross receipts. The name would suggest it's a tax incentive. It's not. It's not a loan. It's not a grant. It does not have to be paid back or shared with employees unless you choose to. You don't even have to apply for forgiveness. It is simply stimulus money and lots of it. Matter of fact, it comes out to about $33,000 per employee. It's a lot of money. And it breaks out $5,000 per employee for 2020 and an additional 28,000 for 2021. And that breaks down 7,000 per quarter per employee, full-time equivalent for 2021. There are some guidelines and some head counts. So it's a 100 employee cap per entity for 2020. And there's a cap of 500 people for 2021. The money is mailed to the business owner in a check directly from the IRS out of Ogden, Utah, believe it or not. Let's talk about a couple pathways on how you can qualify. Disruption in business or partial suspension of operations. It does not mean you had to close down your business. It simply means you changed the way you conducted business from 2019. When the government orders came down, we all know that time and what happened. We had to send people home, go remote, no face-to-face interaction with vendors, customers. I'm sorry about that. With vendors and customers, no trade shows, no travel, social distancing, all the above. There's 127 pages of this bill and definitions that we study and understand and know better than anyone. The big one affecting at least 80% of the industries, the second portion of this, supply chain disruption, which has affected all industries, commercial construction, home building, appliances, lighting supplies, electronics especially. But one of the most affected industries is the one that I believe in the most, automotive. The shortage of chips has had in many cases severely impacted production, more importantly, inventory levels in every brand. The countries producing the chips were shut down in Malaysia, South Korea, Vietnam, and China. We do about 8 to 9, 10 calls a day with dealers around the country, and we hear the same thing. I used to have 300 or 400 cars in inventory. Now I have 20, 15, some even less. So this is textbook supply chain disruption that allows dealers to qualify for these funds. It can be worth millions of dollars. I have dealers getting back 2 million, 4 million, 12 million. It depends on the head count. We work in a very unique way. We work on a contingency basis. We do not get paid until you receive the funds from the IRS. We guarantee our calculations. We also include a 6-year audit support. If IRS were to audit you, we don't really see that happening in this environment, but if they do, we handle the audit. We need basically the same thing. If you apply for PPP, it's the same information. Payroll, 2019, 2020, 21, and 941s. That's what we need. Tuesday, we're going to have a very special guest on the Q&A, the CEO of Stenson Tamadon, Eric Stenson, who wrote the software, understands this program better than anyone. So we're going to answer all and any questions you may have. And we're going to make a special announcement that day for the people on this broadcast. We're going to offer a discount that day. And to take advantage of it, you're going to have to schedule the calls through me so I can put the code into the portal so you can take advantage of the discount that we're offering. I can be reached at 610-636-9019 or tfiadino@gmail.com. Thank you, and we look forward to your questions on this once-in-a-lifetime bill.
Tony.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is crazy, my man. This is crazy. So what you're telling me, Tony, I want to make sure that I understand and the dealers understand real quick. So the disruption is a real big part of that. Huge. I want to make sure that's part of how most of them qualify, right? What if you're an independent? Because we do have some independent dealers that they don't have franchise.
We have plenty. They're affected because of the supply chain. Not enough cars being sold, and not enough trade-ins, the auctions, the amount of cars going through. So they're affected also. Absolutely.
Okay. And Absolutely. So 28,000 per employee for employees in 2021. Correct. You said it was like $7,000 a quarter is how that works. Yes. Then we've got. Go ahead.
Let's talk about that. So what we would do, we would have to submit 5 separate applications.
Okay.
2020, we would start first. That is 5,000 for the whole year per employee. It's a little different than 2021. You can't have more than 100 employees per entity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we look at that closely to qualify.
Okay.
So, we have some big groups. They're separated in, they may have 400 employees. They may have 5 separate entities, and they could possibly still qualify for the 2020 portion for the $5,000. So as soon as it takes about 3.5 weeks, we'll go through that. We'll do a callback with the dealer. We'll go over all of our calculations. Boom, off to the IRS it goes. From that point on, we go right into the 2021 first quarter and second quarter. We just got permission to batch them and send them off to the IRS about 3 weeks ago. Prior to that, we had to do them separately. First quarter, send in, second quarter. So now we do both of those together. Third quarter, probably payroll summaries will be available, probably in about 2 weeks, I guess. And so it's a long engagement. We're going to be doing this through, first quarter, second quarter of 2022.
Wow. Now, is there a cap on how much a dealer? I know there's a cap on. So I guess the cap would be the 500 employees. Okay, so that would be the max. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense.
Now, listen, there are circumstances where we've had bigger groups, depending on how they're structured. So that's what we're going to get into with Eric on Tuesday. So we have groups with 700, 800, depending on how they're structured and ownership. They could still qualify for the money.
Okay. Now, what about a guy like me?
What we have to look at, obviously.
What about a guy like me? I've got 4 employees, obviously disrupted by the way I used to do speaking events and be able to travel to different dealers, something like that. So I'm just a little tiny guy, but I would maybe qualify for this also.
Listen, we do all businesses. I have done healthcare. I have done retailers. Obviously, the car business is a big segment. I've known many dealers. We have done them across the country. Retailers, construction, commercial real estate, you name it. I mean, if
Unreal,
you're affected
man.
by it, and most people were, but we have done companies with as little as 3-4 people. Owners come out of the count. Okay, so they come out of the count. So if you have 3 or 4 employees, full-time employees, you would qualify.
Wow. Tony, sometimes things like this sound a little bit too good to be true. It sounds like free government money, $33,000 per person. I had to be disrupted. All you need is my payroll stuff. You're going to do all the work. I'm not going to pay you unless I get a check. And then you're just telling me one big lump sum. Like sometimes a little of this stuff sounds a little too good to be true. But I mean, what do you say to that, Tony? This is kind of crazy. Like I feel like we're having a backroom conversation here.
Here's what I'll say to it. I wish I had $1 for every time I heard it. Number one. Okay. That's number one. Okay?
Yeah.
Number two, if you were to say a year and a half ago, or just say 2019, that you would talk to somebody and say, hey, I looked at my bank account and the government deposited money in my bank account, you would think I was crazy, right? So that's one. Two, how about the government's going to help you make your payroll? They're going to send you lump sums of money and help you cover your payroll. You would say I was crazy.
Right.
So this is just one more layer of crazy. You have to understand, $1.9 trillion is so much money. Most people just don't understand how much money that is.
Yeah.
I mean, just to try to give that away and to put it into perspective, when I tell you no one is really taking advantage of ERC, they put aside about $120 billion a quarter. There's only been 7.5 million applications submitted so far. That's it.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And they're only giving out about 70 billion a quarter. So they're 50 below what they thought they would hand out. And a lot of it has to do with this misinformation. I'm telling you, I've talked to many friends in the car business who were told by multiple people, you don't qualify. Oh, you got PPP. Well, we had a banner year. We're extremely profitable. Look, everyone knows that the car business has been profitable. 2020, 2021. But the pain is hitting now. That's the point. The inventory levels, everyone knows there's no inventory and there's no end in sight. So those high profits, listen, I was a dealer for 30 years, okay? Those profits you have now are going to average out to maybe an average year. So it's, I talk to some dealers, it's 5 months, it's 8 months, 10 months, maybe a year before it gets back to normal from an inventory standpoint. So take advantage of the program. I mean, literally, I have dealers getting millions of dollars, and it's all based on headcount, and it's based off of supply chain disruption. Nothing to do with PPP, nothing to do with asking for forgiveness or 50% reduction in gross receipts. None of it. That all changed, and there's a lot of misinformation surrounding it. And we have dealers getting checks. I have friends getting checks that are in construction companies and technology companies who can't get chips. So this is real. Take advantage of it.
So you're going to be with us. Eric's going to be with us on Tuesday in the Q&A to answer questions. Yeah, that's going to be great. If they don't want to wait till Tuesday, just go ahead and email you directly or call you at the numbers that you gave us a little bit ago. Okay.
Yeah, call me at 610-636-9019. If I'm tied up, leave a voicemail, and I promise to get back to you. I'm very passionate about this, especially for car dealers. I mean, I see the impact it's having, and you need the money. Take advantage of it.
Yeah, I
we'll
mean,
never
if
see
they're
this again in our lifetime. I'm going to tell you right now. They're never going to be handing out billions of dollars. I guarantee it.
Unbelievable. All right, my man. Well, thank you very much. We're going to keep today's training short and sweet because I think this is the most important thing that matters. So all of you, thank you, Anthony. I'm going to pop over real quick. All of you guys, contact him. Yeah, thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. All of you guys, jump on, call him, email him. If you have questions, do not miss the Q&A on Tuesday so we can ask Eric questions as well. I'm going to bring in the Bravo group, make sure that those dealers are in here also because, like you said, once in a lifetime opportunity. And that's what we do here at 800% Club. I'm here to bring it all to you. So thank you again, my man. I appreciate you so very, very, very much. Anthony, you're the man.
Got it.
And
thank you, Glenn. And listen, take advantage of the discount we're going to offer. If you call me in advance of Tuesday, you will still get the discount. I promise.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love that.
All right.
Appreciate you,
All right,
sir.
Have a great weekend with your daughter.
All right. Thanks. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, you guys. Wow. Seriously, take full advantage. Contact my man. And, feel free. Feel free to be like, Glenn, thanks for bringing us Anthony. We got a check for $3 million, and we just wanted to get you a nice Christmas gift for you and your wife and your kids. Y'all know I'm playing, but for real, training's over. There's really nothing else to talk about. It's the most important thing. We're going to get cash in your pocket right now. Gotta go. All right, see ya.
My name is Matt Gassman. I'm the owner of Automotive of Ford.
Casey Pendleton with Charlie Rogers Ford.
Hey, my name is David Hook. I'm with Bob Hook Chevrolet.
I'm Brittany Houston. I own the Houston Auto Center.
Mike Worthy from Performance Toyota. My name is Brad Wise. I'm the general manager at Furman Chevrolet Mazda.
I'm Stacy Lilliston. We have Lilliston Ford and Lilliston Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
My name is Travis Flaherty. I work at Tony Brown Chevrolet.
The biggest lesson I've learned from being part of this group is that this is an infinite game.
It's more about personal development, culture, and celebrating the wins because we don't do anything.
Getting together as GMs or owners, it's taking a look at yourself and to become a better leader, to become a more positive person in leading an organization. And that trickle-down effect is what allows you to grow and continue to move forward.
Glenn is on top of it. He does research. He is constantly searching for solutions to problems. And the 800% Club helps me solve the